Victor offers Sienna a bribe, and Kane threatens to destroy Spoiler's life. Nick brings Noah and Sienna to the hotel room in LA, where Victor and Sharon are relieved to see them. When Sienna introduces herself to Victor, he's cold and demands to know where her husband is. She claims she doesn't know or care. They all assume Matt is looking for revenge. None of them will be safe until he's dead or behind bars. Victor explains he threatened to decimate Matt, and that backed him off. Sienna is concerned when he admits he cleaned out his accounts. He may be a monster, but those are her assets too. Noah asks her to go home to Genoa City with him. His mom tries to talk them out of it, and Nick asks for time alone with his son. Victor walks Sienna out, and Nick questions his son's judgment. Noah won't let Sienna face the fallout alone. His father points out that leading Matt back to Genoa City will put the whole family in danger. Sharon urges her son to give himself some time, but he insists he knows Sienna is a good person. Victor offers Sienna a bribe. Downstairs, Victor explains to Sienna that he makes things happen. Matt's assets are no longer his, including the shadow room. Shocked, Sienna claims she had no idea that Matt made all his money from drugs. She met him at a low point in her life, but he never showed any red flags. She's disgusted that she depended on someone so twisted. His attention was like a drug to her. Sienna guesses Noah's family wants her away from him. Victor tells her to name her price. She wants more than a financial conversation. He explains that the shadow room now belongs to Noah and asks her to stay as far away from his grandson as possible. Sienna refuses to let anyone bully or buy her. If Noah wants her in his life, it's up to him. Once they rejoin the others, Noah asks Sienna if she is coming to Genoa City with them. Matt needs leverage. Matt rushes into the shadow room and downs booze as he calls his accountant to confirm all his cash is gone. Smashing down his phone, he curses Victor. He calls Annie and keeps drinking. After he tries to rip off his wedding ring, Annie arrives and admits Burrow escaped. The cops are likely coming for them. He explains that Victor has taken every cent of his money, leaving him unable to run or hide. Matt must get some leverage on the Newmans. Something they're never going to see coming, he adds. Jack and Diane play the blame game. At the club, Jack and Diane discuss their plan to shutter Jabot. They hope Victor hasn't launched his attack yet. Jack has faith they will save his father's legacy. As he tells Diane how grateful he is for her, Kane drifts in. Jack comments on how far he has fallen. Ashby knows he only got what he deserved, but he's happy to have been taught a lesson. He's sure Diane must have learned from her mistakes, too. Diane reminds Kane that his greed created a weapon, and they are all facing the threat now. He takes responsibility and reminds them that he warned them. When he offers his help, they ask him to stay away. Kane assures Jack he's never been his enemy. We all know who the enemy is, Jack says. Phyllis gives Adam a message. Adam strolls into the jazz lounge and finds Phyllis eating olives. He has a message from his father. She suggests he tell Victor to tame his impulse to go scorched earth on Jabot. She doesn't want a burned-out company. Adam explains they aren't launching the AI until tomorrow night. They are all eager to see Billy's head explode. He assures her that his father will hand over Jabot, but he suggests she take it immediately because it will look suspicious. Phyllis knows Kane already suspects her, and she's bored with stringing him along. Adam groans when she says he shouldn't underestimate Ashby. He seems bored too, which is why they need to move fast. She senses Adam's not on board with sticking it to Jack. Adam says his reasons don't concern her, but she's worried he'll sabotage the deal. Kane threatens Phyllis. Kane joins Adam and Phyllis, who admits they've been discussing him. Adam is baffled that Kane has managed to convince someone as savvy as Phyllis to side with him and wanders off. Ashby demands to know what they were discussing. He knows she's lying to him. He can never trust her and vows to make her pay. Phyllis reminds him that he has nothing, so his threats are empty. They accuse each other of using each other. Kane is determined to sabotage her attempt to take Jabot and destroy any chance she has at anything else. Phyllis accuses him of baiting her this entire time, but he insists his offer of partnership was sincere. You blew it. You will regret not trusting me, he warns. Adam heads upstairs and bumps into Jack and Diane. Jack asks him to give his dad a message when he gets back. At exactly better luck 7:42 p.m., the kind of hour where secrets grow teeth, Sienna locked the glass door of Crimson Peak Lounge and felt Victor's presence before she saw him. He had that way about him. Air thickening, shadows leaning in. Power, worn like a tailored coat. You're closing early, Victor said, stepping out from the darkness of the sidewalk. His voice was smooth, money smooth. I wasn't planning on company, Sienna replied, fingers tightening around her purse strap. He smiled. That slow, deliberate curve of his lips meant business. Dangerous business. I won't take long. Inside, the bar lights hummed softly as they sat across from each other. Victor placed a leather envelope on the counter. He didn't slide it toward her. He simply set it down between them, like a loaded weapon. I hear you've been asking questions, he said. Sienna leaned back. I hear you've been getting sloppy. That earned a chuckle. Bold. He opened the envelope just enough for her to glimpse the clean, stacked bills. Crisp. Fresh. Too much. This is a courtesy, Victor said. A bribe, if we're being honest. Silence stretched between them. For what? She asked. For silence. For distance. For forgetting that you ever heard the name Kane whispered in your pretty little ear. Sienna's jaw tightened. Kane's name wasn't just a name. It was a storm, years of fear wrapped in a man's grin. I don't run from storms, she said. Victor leaned forward. You should if you value your breath. She didn't reach for the money. Didn't even look at it again. I'm not for sale. Victor let the envelope close with a soft, dreadful tap. Everyone is. You just haven't found your price. He left without another word. And from the shadows, Kane watched it all. Kane drove his knuckles into the steering wheel of his black car parked across the street. His jaw was tight, his smile sharp. He watched Victor disappear into the night and felt something ugly bloom in his chest. Bribes. Deals. Silence. Not on his watch. Sienna walked out minutes later, unaware of the eyes burning into her back. Kane stepped out of the car and blocked her path. You didn't take it, he said. Sienna froze. Slowly, she lifted her face. You always stalk women alone at night, or am I just special? He smirked. You're very special. What do you want, Kane? To make you an offer. She laughed, but no humor touched her eyes. Victor already tried that. Kane stepped closer. Close enough for her to smell the expensive cologne and the danger beneath it. I'm not offering money, he said. I'm offering destruction. She swallowed hard. Whose? Yours. Her heartbeat slammed in her chest. Then why warn me? Because I'm still deciding how much of you I want left standing. He brushed past her and left her standing on the sidewalk, shaken. The next morning, Sienna found her world cracking. Her landlord called. There had been complaints. Noise issues. Late payments. We're reconsidering your lease. Her bank card was declined buying a coffee she could afford 10 times over. Her phone started glitching. Calls dropping. Strange static. Whispered sounds like breathing. She knew. Kane. She marched into Victor's corporate building that afternoon, fury in every step. The receptionist didn't stop her. She didn't have to. Fear cleared her path. Victor stood at the massive windows, the city like a crown beneath him. I didn't take your money, she said. Was that supposed to be my reward? Victor turned, calm as a resting blade. You shouldn't have said no. So you teamed up with Kane? A slow shake of his head. Oh no. He doesn't do teams. Then you knew. I knew he wouldn't tolerate you refusing either of us. She laughed bitterly. You tried to buy me off, and he's trying to erase me. You made yourself a variable, Victor replied. Men like us don't like variables. Sienna stepped closer. You came to me because you're afraid of him, aren't you? That hit. Just a flicker across Victor's face. Enough. She turned to leave. Tell Kane he should try harder. Victor called after her. He doesn't need to try. He just needs time. That night, the threats stopped being subtle. Sienna's door was already open when she got home. The lights were on. The air was wrong. Her stomach twisted as she stepped inside. Her walls were covered in photos. Her walking to work. Her laughing with friends. Her sleeping through her window curtains. And in the center of it all, written in black marker across the biggest photo. You should have taken the money. Her hands shook as she backed away. A slow clap echoed behind her. Well, Kane said from the doorway she hadn't noticed him standing in. Now you're listening. She turned slowly, heart trying to tear its way out of her ribs. You broke in, she whispered. I own the building now, Kane replied casually. Her blood went cold. What do you want? He stepped closer, reaching out to lift her chin, but stopping just short. I want you to understand something, Sienna. He leaned in, his voice barely more than breath. You're not fighting for answers anymore. He smiled. You're fighting to stay alive.